Welcome back, children. Let us begin with the line-wise paraphrasing of Act 1, Scene 3. In this scene, Shylock, the Jewish moneylender, he is introduced to us for the first time. He is the most powerful dramatic figure in the play. Shylock's hatred for Antonio intensifies the drama. Having been ridiculed by Antonio for years, he does not want to lend money to his friend Bassanio. But foreseeing an opportunity to take his revenge on Antonio, he agrees to give the loan on a bond which would allow Shylock to cut off a pound of Antonio's flesh if he fails to repay the loan in time. The bond story is the main plot around which all action in the play takes place. So, scene 3, Venice, a public place, enter Bassanio and Shylock. Shylock, 3000 ducats, well. So, Shylock is just thinking aloud, okay, you want to borrow 3000 ducats. Now, ducats are the Venetian gold coins. Bassanio, sir, for 3 months. He says, yes, sir, I want to borrow 3000 ducats for a period of 3 months. For 3 months, well, so Shylock is just thinking aloud, okay, you want to borrow 3000 ducats for 3 months, okay. For the which and for this amount, I told you, Antonio shall be bound, and for this amount, Antonio shall be my guarantee. Antonio shall be bound, well, so he just repeats what is spoken by Bassanio. He says, okay, Antonio is going to be your surety, well means I understand. Bassanio, may you steed me? Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer? So Bassanio asks Shylock, will you steed me? May you steed me means will you help me? Will you pleasure me means will you do this favor to me? Will you oblige me by lending me 3000 ducats? Shall I know your answer? That is, will you give me your answer to this, whether you are going to lend me this amount or not? Shylock, 3000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound. So Shylock again repeats the whole conditions. Okay, you want a sum of 3000 ducats for a period of 3 months, and for this amount Antonio will be your surety. Antonio, your answer to that. So, Bassanio, your answer to that. So, is Bassanio saying, okay, you give me your answer to this, whether you are going to lend me this money or not. Shylock, Antonio is a good man. So Shylock says, well, Antonio is a wealthy man. He is a rich man. Bassanio replies, have you heard any imputation to the contrary? Imputation means allegation. Have you heard any allegation to just the opposite of this, just the contrary of this, that he is not a good man, he is not a wealthy man? Have you heard anything against this? Shylock, oh no, no, no. He says, no, I have not heard anything contrary to this. My meaning in saying that he is a good man is to have you understand that he is sufficient. He says, when I said that he is a good man, he is a wealthy or a reliable man, is to make you understand that his surety is adequate, his security is financially adequate. Yet his means are in supposition, yet his resources are at a risk. He has an argosy bound to Tripolis, another to Indies, I understand. So he says, I have heard that he has one argosy. Argosy is a big merchant ship bound to means sailing in the direction of Tripolis, another argosy going in the direction of West Indies, I understand. Moreover, at the Rialto, he had the third to Mexico, a fourth for England. And moreover, I have heard the people speak, all the people speak, that is, all the merchants telling about that he has at the Venetian Stock Exchange, that is the Rialto, that he has a third argosy or a merchant ship going towards Mexico and a fourth argosy going in the direction of England. And other ventures he had squandered abroad. Other ventures means, and various other business investments he has squandered abroad means scattered abroad, means he has invested his money in different business ventures all over the world in different countries. But ships are but boats, sailors but men. He says, but what are ships? They are simply made up of planks of wood. And who are sailors? Sailors are mortal human beings. There be land rats and water rats. So he says, just like there are rats on the land, there are also rats in the water. There are water thieves and land thieves. I mean the pirates. Just like they are thieves on the land, they are also thieves on the water. That is, those who attack the ships, the pirates. And then there is the peril of water. Peril means danger. And then there is the dangers of the waters. Then the danger of the winds and the dangerous rocks. The man is notwithstanding sufficient, but nevertheless, the man, that is Antonio, his guarantee, his security is more than enough. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond. So, okay, you want a sum of 3,000 ducats. I think I can take him as a security, as a surety. Be assured you may. He says, be assured that you may. That you may lend this money by taking him as my surety. I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured I will bethink me. So he says, I would like to be assured that I may, and to be sure, I think I should think it over. I should think about it in detail once again. May I speak with Antonio? He says, can I talk to Antonio? Will I be able to have a conversation with Antonio? Bassanio, if you please to dine with us, he says, definitely you can talk to Antonio if you come and have food with us, if you have a meal with us. Shylock, yes, to smell pork, to eat the habitation of your prophet, which your prophet the Nazarite conjured the devil into. He says, well, you want me to come and have food with you, come and have meal with you in order to smell the pork, the meat which is forbidden to be eaten by the Jews. Now it is over here, it is believed that Jesus Christ, who is called the Nazarite, he healed a madman by ordering the devils that possessed him to leave the body of that madman and to enter into a herd of pigs. From that time, the Jews believed that the body of the pigs is the habitat of the devil. So the Jews are forbidden to eat the meat of the pig. So he says, you want me to come and smell the meat of the pig, that is the pork, which is the habitation of the devil. I will buy with you. He says, I will do business with you. I will buy stuff from you, sell with you, talk with you, walk with you. He says, I will do business with you. I can buy stuff from you. I can sell stuff to you. I will sit and have a conversation with you. I can have a walk with you, and so following, and do the other things. But I will not eat with you. But there is three things I will not do with you. I will not sit and eat food with you, nor will I drink with you, nor pray with you, nor am I going to say my prayers with you. What news at the Rialto? He says, well, what is the latest news at the Venetian Stock Exchange, the Rialto? Who is he? Comes here. Then he just sees Antonio walking in. He says, who is there coming inside? Who is there walking this way? Who is come just now? Bassanio, this is Signor Antonio. Well, this is Lord Antonio. Shylock speaks aside softly so that Bassanio and Antonio cannot hear. How like a fawning publican he looks. So he's commenting on Antonio. Look at him, how he looks like a flattering tax collector. Publican is a Roman tax collector. So generally the word publican, it is used as a term of hatred, and hatred from coming from the mouth of a Jew. So just look how he looks like a flattering tax collector. I hate him for he is a Christian. He says that I hate this man, I hate Antonio because he is a Christian, but more for that, in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis. But I hate him more than he's a Christian because in low simplicity means in base foolishness, he is lending money to the people free of interest. Gratis means without charging any interest. And because of this, he brings down the rate of usance here with us in Venice. And because he is lending the money to the people without charging any interest, he is bringing down the rate of interest with all the money lenders in Venice. The rate of interest is coming down in Venice because he is giving money to the people without charging any interest. If I can catch him once upon his hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. So he says that if I can get hold of him at a disadvantage, now catch him upon the hip, children. This is a metaphor from the wrestling, in which this term is used for a position leading to a throw. So he says, if I get hold of him at a disadvantage, then I will feed fat, means I will fully satisfy the ancient grudge, that is the long standing grievance that I have against him. I am going to satisfy that. He hates a sacred nation, that is, he hates my Jewish race, and he rails, that means he abuses even there where merchants most congregate, on me, my bargains, and my well won thrift. And he abuses me even there means even at the stock exchange Rialto, where all the merchants they congregate means all the merchants they gather, they sit together, and he abuses me then my bargains means my business deals, and my well won thrift. Well won means my hard earned, thrift means my gain.